Welcome to All Pro Football Data. My name is Jim Cobern, and today's episode we're talking about Ollie Gordon II from Oklahoma State. So we're going to take a look at his market share running back analytics, efficiency analytics, age and competition analytics, advanced rushing analytics, then finally finishing up with down and distance conversion analytics. The data collected from the charts are from College Football Reference at collegefootballstats.com. For a glossary of terms, please go to the link in the description. And with all this stuff out of the way, let's get to the video. Also, don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the channel out a lot. So we're going to look at the running back market share analytics of Ollie Gordon II. He was fantastic. Now, this data is from 2023. 2024 was a bit of a downer year. He put on some weight in 2024 and then just wasn't the same back. But in 2023, he was fantastic. He had a 91 percentile total offensive market share production score, 78.89 in terms of his receiving market share, and 97.30 in terms of touchdown market share. All those numbers were just fantastic for him. He also had good efficiency analytics, great in terms of yards per touch, great in terms of receptions per touch, and of course his TD percentage was also solid as well in terms of all those particular aspects. So he was very productive and very efficient with the football in his hands. And then when you get to his age and competition adjusted data, great age score, great MSA rating, great pass rating. So he's one of those running back prospects this year that, from an analytical perspective, is one of the best backs in this particular class if you don't examine the 2024 season as harshly. So 2023, he was fantastic, easily one of the best backs. This year, had kind of a down year, and didn't improve on any of his numbers, whereas guys like Ashton Genty did improve on his numbers, which is kind of the big difference between the two. Then when you get to running back advanced rushing analytics, this particular area he was great in terms of his TD percentage, but his first down conversion rate, so his ability to get first downs on all downs and distances from his 2023 season, was below average. And then when you get to his 10 plus yard runs, he was about where you wanted to be, at least for an above average running back. And then his 20 plus yard runs was 89 percentile. So really great in terms of those big 20 plus yard runs. You know, the percentage of his runs that were 20 plus was really great. The percentage of 10 plus yard runs wasn't as great as the 20 plus yard area. So he was much getting those big chunk yardage is kind of the biggest thing that he really did well at Oklahoma State in 2023. And then when you look at his down and distance conversion analytics, this is where things get a little dicey, okay, guys? So his first downs on first down was 56 percentile. Not bad, not a bad number to have. But when you get to second down situations, he was in the 27 percentile, and when you get to third down situations, he was at 17.57 percentile. The closest comparison I was able to find for him from a previous video I made on Ollie Gordon was Saquon Barkley. So Barkley had a very similar situation or similar looking profile to Ollie Gordon in terms of this production profile. So that can kind of give you an idea. And Barkley is not the most efficient back, as most people want you to believe. He's one of those backs where he will kind of get stuffed. Either it works or it doesn't work. So he's going to have lots of runs that where he's just stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and then he'll have a big play, which really kind of makes up for the lack of efficiency from there. And that's kind of what Ollie Gordon is from his data profile. He had great big chunk 20 plus yard plays that really created the bulk of his production. But when you look at his actual efficiency data from the conversion rate perspective, he's not really getting it done in terms of getting first downs, at a consistent rate, which is, a little concerning. I mean, to me, it is. I think a back should at least have, be within the averages of where he needs to be. So this becomes a question mark. And 2024 didn't get much better. Didn't really improve on any of his numbers. And honestly, was nowhere near as productive either, due to various reasons. But that's the biggest concern with him is this thing, this right here. This is the most concerning chart for Ollie Gordon. Is how do you kind of deal with this, which kind of dampens the light on him a little bit in terms of him. Overall, I would say, Ollie Gordon has elite numbers, but does have inconsistencies in his advanced data. His data profile is most like Saquon Barkley. I wouldn't necessarily make the comparison that he is Saquon Barkley, of course, but that is just who he tested or looks most like based on his, percentile data. Gordon will likely become a starting back in the NFL, but he may have similar inefficiencies that Barkley had at Penn State and in the NFL. Overall, Gordon should still be considered one of this draft class's best backs, but do proceed with caution. So, even though he does have these concerns, even though there are a lot of things that are a little dicey and sketchy about Ollie Gordon, he's still a back you definitely need to draft. In this class, even though it is a deep running back class, still think he's worthy of drafting. You might even get a bargain because he might go in the day two area because of the issues that he had. So he's somebody that I think you definitely need to pay attention to. He still has the juice. I think the juice is still there. I just say 2024, putting on extra weight wasn't the best idea for him. And he probably should just stick to, what his weight was back in 2023. So with all that stuff out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Peace.